Not everyone is happy. And across the country, places like Los Angeles, New York, blah, blah, people are taking it to the streets. So according to ICE, ICE, but we just say ICE, they've arrested more than 7.2 thousand illegal aliens in Donald Trump's first 9 days in office.
Good.
And according to Tom Homan, our new favorite, border crossings have dropped alarmingly, but in a good way.
The crossings on the border down 93%. 93%.
Wow.
That's a bigger decrease than under the first Trump administration. So look, I said it, President Trump is a game changer. No one has had the success he's had on securing the border. He clearly understands we can't have strong national security if we don't have border security.
I don't even care that he has a lisp.
I don't know if it's a lisp or if it's like a too big of a cheek thing.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? He pulls it off.
Yeah, he gets his words out there.
He wears it well. Of course, not everyone is happy. And across the country, places like Los Angeles, New York, blah, blah, people are taking it to the streets.
That's a lot of nuts!
Trav, I guess I moved that fast in years.
We didn't know where to start looking to deport, but thank you for giving us a good start.
I'm just glad to see a couple American flags down there. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Very few, very sparse.
I thought you couldn't do those in the streets and highways anymore because people, with cars.
You can do it in places that don't enforce the law.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll arrest the people in cars.
Yes, in California.
That's not
fair.
fair.
Exactly.
If you're reducing the carbon emission, it's fine.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, they were all farting the whole time.
Yes, they were. Yes,
Too
they
many
were.
frijoles.
Don't even get us started on the smelt, but they were in the river. Now, the protests were going on across. And here's the thing. A lot of these protests, just so you know, I would be on their mailing lists. And, we have people who've infiltrated almost all the major organizations here in this country. A lot of the initial protesters are paid. So back in the day, Fight for 15, that was a good example. It was funded by the SEIU. And they would send out emails asking you go show up and protest. But then at a certain point, those emails stopped and they would just send a picture of the protest and every single person was a paid protester. So the initial protesters are paid. So you can have one pussy hat march, but you're not going to have a second one. And that's where, when you look at these protests, you say, well, how do these people have no idea as to what it is they're protesting? This isn't jaywalking and trying to make people look silly. This is the majority of the people out there on the streets. So there were some actually in Dallas, and we actually sent Lane the Brain here, Ginger Snap, to those who love him, down to see exactly what was going on.
Do y'all have to get permits to do this, or do you just do it?
We're busy right now.
I am too. I'm working, so.
I'm also working.
So, yay or nay? They gave it to you?
Yes.
What do you?
Is illegal on stolen land.
Who gave it to you?
Some random people over there. Yes.
Do you agree with that?
I mean,
Yes, we do.
yeah. Donald Trump. He ain't nothing but a goddamn lying bitch.
Are you the news or something?
Yeah.
Y'all land first.
Not gonna talk.
Did you get that guy out there? Do you think the U.S. government has a priority to the legal citizens of their country before people that are here undocumented and illegally?
The U.S. doesn't even care about the working class of the U.S. It doesn't care about the U.S. working class.
It's a principal question. Like, what do you think? Would you say personally you identify, and I'll get out of your hair, but do you think you identify more with your Mexican cultural background or with American culture?
Absolutely. I'm with more Mexican culture.
Why do you think so many Latinos, especially Latino men, voted for Donald Trump in this election? Like over half of Latino men.
I feel like, honestly, especially nowadays, a lot of them get a bit cocky because they get legal, but they do it through like ways that it's kind of like cheating.
Do you think any deportations are okay? Like, or do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I'm for a secure border. I think everybody is. We want our country to be safe. We don't want to let anyone in, like just anybody in here.
That's why they're leaving. And they should be doing this protesting with their government. Because the president will be, oh yeah, we're going to raise this. If they raise the tariffs, this, and we're going to raise the price. And I think, okay. But she has not once said I'm going to raise the pay that I do for my labor workers,
So like we could go to Japan and just walk in and live there and they would be fine with that? Or I could go to Colombia and just live there? Do you think that, I'm serious, what do you think about that?
that's a good question. You're right.
Yeah.
Of course, he wouldn't go to Colombia because it's an awful drug-addled, war-torn country where dreams go to die. But he did get their number. It's
true.
It makes a good point, though. I mean, especially with the Japan thing. It's like,
oh yeah,
people don't think about that.
In Japan,
you can't just go live in Japan.
Like, oh, no, no, except black. What are you saying? You black, we no black.
No, I'm Mexican.
Oh, he's too hurly.
Oh yeah, the guy, the Hurley shirt.
It's too early for this bull, man. Hey, if you like this video, you're still here. Click there. Click there to watch more rebuttals, takedowns, and claim and truth videos. Where they're pretty self-explanatory in the title. I don't know what the thumbnail is. It's not salacious, is it? Maybe a little. That's ideal.